not just, Republicans or Democrats or young people or old people. It's crossing through all different sects of people who find this very offensive.
Right.
Sure. And remember, this is the same magazine, the Rolling Stone, that essentially, with that scorching profile back in 2010 of Stanley McChrystal called the Runaway General, Rolling Stone effectively ended his career. And now what are they doing? He's an American hero. And what are they doing? They're glamorizing a terrorist. But you know what? You take a look at some of the liberal media. Nothing wrong with that. Politico, the lefty blog, says there's nothing wrong with the Rolling Stone's cover. Meanwhile, the Washington Post, Eric Wimple, Rolling Stone detractors, please, with your tedious outrage machine. And finally, Slate, Rolling Stone cover is good journalism.
So
Really?
So here's the issue. If you want to cover the interest that younger people have in getting this Tsarnaev brother off, which is staggering and not Rolling Stone's problem, they just recorded. That's it. That's of interest. If you want to talk about his life, what led up to this, and how unfathomable it is for a kid that should be so thankful to be here, to go to this private school, to be an outstanding athlete, and decide he hates America and wants to kill innocent people for jogging in a marathon, well, that's journalism. But if you want to glamorize and put him on the cover as if he's Jim Morrison and not split that cover with how much pain and destruction that he has caused and how many lives he has ruined, I think that is flat out irresponsible. If you look at the McChrystal cover, that's a good shot of him. You have no idea where that story's going. They get some original reporting.
I don't even think he was on the cover.
Right, but yeah, that's true. That's from the inside. Who can argue with that? But if you take Tsarnaev there, you can get him in other places. You could find him in a jumpsuit. You could find his mugshot there, or you could split it with, there he is happy, here he is today, looking at the death penalty.
They do
That is the right thing. That is a cover shot. That is not something to lure people in. The one they used makes it seem like a sexy thing to go do that, and there's a lot of impressionable 18-year-olds who think that's their guy.
And their defense is that, they're trying to write more newsy kind of articles, not just do music stories, and that they also called him a monster on the cover, although I couldn't really see in the fine print if that was accurate or not.
Yeah.
Also, Slate magazine says, look, the reason they're defending it is because they say that they should show covers like this to show that terrorists actually can be somewhat attractive young people, and they don't just, look like these horrible people that you wouldn't just see walking down the street. Not sure that's a good defense or not.
So a lot of you are mad. You're saying, hey, why are we giving the Rolling Stone so much publicity? We're pointing it out that it's got to be a line where you're American first and sell magazine second, and you could be upset by that. Don't buy it. If you salute Walgreens, CVS, and those other stores that are walking away from it, make sure people know if they're reading it next to you who's on the cover and what they're supporting.
The other component is extremists are trying to recruit young people for Jihad. That is just a known fact, and this could give Jihad another recruiting tool. 72 virgins, that's interesting to some, but the cover of the Rolling Stone, that's delicious.